Hello, Math 142. I'm going to show a couple of examples that involves using sum to product formulas. Let's see, I have cosine of 4 theta plus cosine of 2 theta equals cosine of theta. Let me first write the formula down so we can follow it. Uh, the formula is cosine x plus cosine y equals twice cosine of x plus y over 2 times cosine of x minus y over 2. Now, following this formula, I'm going to have cosine of, and let me put a 2 in front, twice cosine of 4 theta plus 2 theta over 2 uh, times cosine of 4 theta minus 2 theta over 2 equals cosine of theta. Okay, so let me just, I use this formula right here. So this was 4 theta was my x, 2 theta was my y. Okay, now let's simplify this, and I have twice cosine of uh, that gives me 6 theta over 2, so that's 3 theta times cosine of 4 theta minus 2 is 2 theta divided by 2 is just simply theta equals cosine of theta. Okay. So if I subtract cosine of theta from both sides of this equation, I will have 2 cosine of 3 theta cosine of theta minus cosine of theta equals 0. Now I can factor cosine of theta out. And so I have cosine of theta, 2 cosine of 3 theta minus 1 equals 0. Okay. Now I can use zero product property. See, I have a product. This here, I have this times cosine theta, this times all this. So I can use zero product property, set them both equal to 0. Let me go to the next page and put cosine of theta equals 0 and 2 cosine of 3 theta minus 1 equals 0. Okay, this one is easy. Cosine of theta is 0 when theta is pi over 2 plus k pi for k any integer. So k any integer. So let me put a line in here to keep this separate. Solving for here for on the right hand side for cosine of 3 theta, add 1 to both sides, divide by 2, I get cosine of 3 theta equals 1/2. Okay, so 3 theta, where is cosine 1/2? Let me give myself just a little bit more room and put this in here. And so uh, okay, I'm going to continue in here. So 3 theta should equal to pi over 3 plus 2k pi. Yeah, cosine is 1/2 and quadrant 1 and 4. So pi over 3 plus 2k pi. And also 3 theta equals 5 pi over 3 plus 2k pi. Okay, so multiply all sides by 1/3. This gives me theta equals pi over 9, pi over 9 plus 2/3 k pi. And here theta equals 5 pi over 9 plus 2/3 k pi, and of course k any integer. So I have, so this was part of the answer right here, and right here, and right here. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more example. Cosine of, good, cosine of 5 theta, cosine of 5 theta minus cosine of 7 theta equals 0. Okay. So if you, sometimes students look at this and say, well, this is not a sum to product because this is a minus, but you can rewrite this as cosine of 5 theta plus minus cosine of 7 theta. So it is a sum, All right. So first, like last time, let me write down the formula and follow that. Cosine of x minus cosine of y equals minus. I have a minus sign in front, 2 times sine of x plus y over 2 times sine of x minus y over 2. Okay, using this formula, so I'm going to have minus 2 for the left-hand side of here. For the left-hand side, I can replace that by minus 2 sine of 5 theta plus 7 theta over 2 times sine of 5 theta minus 7 theta over 2 okay, and all that equals 0. Sorry, my iPad is giving me a hard time. Okay, on left-hand side, I have minus 2 sine of 5 and 7, 12 divided by 2, 6 theta times sine of negative theta equals 0. I know sine is an odd function. Sine of theta is the same as minus sine of theta. So I can replace this by minus sine of theta and then multiply this negative sign with this negative in front. And what does that mean? That means that I'm going to have 2 sine of 6 theta sine of theta equals 0. Okay, let me go to the next page. And right here, before I go to the next page, let me divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2. I will get sine of 6 theta times sine of theta equals 0. Now I can use zero product property. Let me go to the next page. So I get sine of 6 theta sine of 6 theta equals 0 and sine of theta equals 0. Okay. So where is sine 0? 0 is in the, in pi, and in the very beginning, when at 0 and pi, and every multiple of pi. So I'm going to say that 6 pi equals, let's see, if I write k pi, that'll encapsulate everything. So when k is 0, I'm thinking when k is 0, we are in here. When k is 1, we are in here. When k is 2, then 2 pi, we're back to here, 3 pi, 4 pi, and on and on. So that's good. And divide both sides by 6. I get theta equals k over 6 or k pi over 6, k any integer. Okay, so we're done with that part. And sine of theta equals 0, sine of theta equals 0 is, so theta should equals, again, k pi, okay, k any integer, k any integer. I guess I didn't need this line after all. Okay, so this is part of the solution, and this is part of the solution. And I hope you find these examples helpful. Thanks.